Your 10 minutes are up. It's time for you to get out, you say. Kojiro could hear the uneasiness in your sweet tone as he opened his eyes to glance at you. You had your back turned to him, and he raised a questionable forked eyebrow when you approached him while walking backwards. Why are you walking backwards, my snowflower? Wouldn't it be best if you turned around and faced me? He says, innocently. In sheer honesty, you were just trying to prevent yourself from glaring at his naked body. No, it's fine. I brought you a towel. You say this, reaching behind you to give him the towel. Your heart picked up speed at the sound of the water, implying that he had stood up. As you tried your best not to look back, he graciously took the towel from you, and you heard the sound of wrestling, meaning he was drying himself off. But you still didn't care to look at him. I'm guessing I've succeeded my second test, he asked. Yes, you nodded, passing him a cup of herbal tea you'd brew. Here, drink this. It'll cure you of hypothermia and flu, you added, with your back still turned to him. Kojiro took the cup from you and glanced down at the tea. It had a spicy yet grassy smell to it, but nevertheless, he shrugged before gulping it down. You intently heard him cough, and you thought he'd choke before turning to face him. Ko, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine, he laughed nervously. I never thought tea would taste so bad. Figure, since it's herbal medicine. You didn't respond, and Kojiro glanced to see you standing there, frozen, with an odd look on your pretty little face. Your beautiful odd-colored eyes were the size of a dinner plate. Your mouth was open in surprise. You looked completely astounded. What is it, my love? He asked. Kojiro blinked, wondering why you weren't saying anything, as he gently placed a hand over your forehead. Your face was burning up, and your cheeks were flushed red. Were you sick? Were you coming down with a fever? He didn't know. Yin, what's wrong? Yin.exe has stopped working. Before Kojiro could say anything, you intently screamed and then shoved him away from you, all blushing profusely. Ko, cover yourself up, you exclaimed. Meanwhile, Otsu laid out an extra tatami mat on the floor before spreading a blanket over it. Her face was intensely erupted by the sound of you screaming and yelling at Kojiro. The white-haired woman intimately gave a light chuckle as she fluffered and laid a pillow on the bed. Young love. Your face was on fire as you hurriedly placed down the hallway to the osan. Mindlessly, you were twirling your hair with your finger, trying to distract yourself. What you see back in the spring would be something that you'd never forget. Never in your life had you seen a man's before, and you weren't expecting Kojiro to be big from the waist down. He was definitely more than average. There was no stopping the heat that spreaded into your cheeks and neck and overwhelmed made you flutter. Everything about the awkward situation was embarrassingly uncomfortable. You nearly fainted on the spot before witnessing such a lewd sight. It often makes you wonder why he hasn't had a girlfriend before meeting you. Kojiro followed a few feet behind you, now with a towel wrapped around his waist. To be frank, he didn't mean to get you all worked up. Then again, he found it cute whenever you got flustered. You were a couple now, so it was soon to be husband and wife. It was only natural for lovers to see each other naked, right? Granted, it's perfectly understandable for many couples to feel a sense of shame, embarrassment, and when it comes to their own bodies and those of their partners. It often takes time for them to overcome feelings, and feel at ease being naked in each other's presence. For some, engaging in sexual activity may serve as the internal catalyst for shielding their inhabitants and embracing their vulnerability. However, this doesn't have to be the case for everyone. As partners become more comfortable with their nakedness around each other, it signifies a deeper level of appreciance, intimacy, and mutual trust in a relationship. Well, at least that's what his friend Tenkin Uzui said. The sound teacher told him. Perhaps you didn't like how his body looked? What is it? The scars? Regardless of the matter, Kojo couldn't help but smile. The thought of spending the rest of his life with you, the way your eyes shone when you looked at him, made his heart flutter with joy. He knew that no matter what changes the two of you faced, as long as you were together, you both could overcome anything. So a little exploration is nothing compared to the love he'd felt for you. So, what about my third trial? He asked, watching you tense. You'll be having it until tomorrow. Tomorrow, he questioned. Oba-chan says that your third trial will begin tomorrow, so she is preparing a room for you to sleep in. You exclaimed before opening the back door, which revealed a hot springs. In the meantime, you're free to relax in the Osan for a while, courtesy of Oba-chan, he said. Interesting. First it was into cold water and now into warm water. As Kojo stared at the pool, it was hard to believe that this place was a temple and not a spa. Not that Kojo was complaining or anything. Well, I'll leave you to it, you said, not looking at him before turning to leave. Wait, Kojo said, grabbing your arm. You stopped dead in your tracks and glanced at him in question. What is it? You asked, nearly blushing at the sight of his muscular muscles, as his red and golden eyes stared at you affectionately. Join me. You continued to stare at him in shock, whilst you took your brain away to process what he just said. What? You stuttered. No doubt your mouth was agape like a fish. Join me, the flame-haired man repeated, turning to face you, completely and taking both of your hands in his. I've noticed you've been, appreciative towards me as of late, and I'm starting to think that you're not comfortable around me, he exclaims. Please, my love, join me in the Osan. I want us to be comfortable around each other. Never do I want to feel anxious every time you see me naked, or at most vulnerable. So, as a couple, soon to be husband and wife, let us rid the awkwardness between us. Well, this day most certainly have taken a turn. Hello everyone. Yesterday I had forgotten to say, I hope you guys enjoyed the, what is it called again? Oh yeah, the eclipse. For us, I wasn't lucky to be in totality, the full totality, I mean. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the eclipse and this episode. But, yeah, anyways, I love you all. Bye. Mwah.